Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to my channel. This past weekend I went up to Mountain, Wisconsin to Doty's Dusty Dog Dryland race. First I met up with Sydney and Alizé so that we could do some practicing passing. Here are Witcher and Kaya taking off. You can see that Kaya is pretty excited to go. Now this was Alizé's first time with trying to pass anybody. Sydney actually is from Ohio, and she hangs out with the people down there that are into mushing. So Scooter actually really impressed me when he passed us just then. It's something that Witcher and Kaya both still need to work on. Sydney was amazing and had found an Airbnb for us to stay at the first night. Here's Coda hanging out in the living room. There were a lot of bar and grills that were there for an option for food. We ended up ordering a pizza. One of the things I didn't like about this Airbnb particularly was that there was no doors on the bedroom, and with Coda not really liking my dogs, I had to improvise in order to keep them separated. Scooter was surrounded by girls, so he didn't really care. But this was a really nice option considering the following night we had to camp out. And here is what I ordered, which is some kind of pizza bowl. I don't really like the crust on pizza, so it was nice that I had a different option to eat. As soon as we rolled in, I saw the golden Leica duo. Naturally, I start walking around and checking out all the dogs that I don't recognize. These guys are right next to golden Leica duo. They're from an oops of Ridgeback, and I can't remember if it was Alaskan or if it was Siberian. Now, if you see the black and tan, that's an Alaskan Husky, and she is from Flight Risk Kennel. Now, this dog and a puppy from that kennel really caught my eye, and I do want to get more competitive in the future after I've learned a lot more. So if all things go well, maybe I will be getting my first Alaskan from that kennel. So now let's enjoy some clips of the dogs from day one. Darker Puppy is from Flight Risk Kennel. And little poopy puppy's name is Denali. And here is Kaya, Witcher, and I camping out in 29-degree weather, which I've never done before, so it was definitely an experience. And here we are, getting ready to take off on day 2. I will admit what happened on day 2 is what I expected to happen on day 1. We've never been in a race before, so this was something brand new to them. Kaya did really well, but Witcher was not really feeling it. Here you can see them take off like bats on a hill, but Witcher started slowing down really bad, really early. I also believe I made a huge mistake by giving them a pretty good snack early that morning, and I had only been giving them dinner the night before, but with no breakfast. So not only did we have a pee with Witcher, we also had 2 poops, one between Witcher and Kaya. And here's where Witcher really slowed down to the point the line got underneath my tire. And kaboom. Thankfully, there was somebody really close behind us that was about to pass us anyways. So once they did pass us, I quickly got back onto my bike because I knew that if the girls saw somebody in front of us, then they would be a lot more motivated to keep going forward. I do want to say that the person who did pass us did ask me if I was okay as she was passing, and I wasn't injured. I was fine. I was able to get back up on my bike, so I really do appreciate somebody showing concern as they saw me on the ground with the bike on top of me. So to kind of wrap this up, I learned a lot from our first race. I got to compare my pet dogs to purpose-bred sled dogs. A lesson learned on my part to make sure that my dogs use the bathroom before we get in the starting chute. I also need to train my own body so that I can handle when my dogs aren't really feeling it. Because for right now, I do have pet dogs that are not purposely bred for this, but in the future, hopefully I will be acquiring dogs that are more competitive and meant to do this. Overall, it was a very friendly environment, very educational environment. The race warden was also very helpful when I had a ton of questions, which I always do when I'm new to something, and he was very open to answering those questions for me, and including with Sydney and Alizé. As a newbie, I did find Doty's a very welcoming environment, and I recommend it to anybody else who is new and wanting to try this out. And that concludes our first race.